Hello everyone, I am Defudge3004. Welcome back to Space Engineers. If you can't tell, I have been hard at work on my ship. I've actually gotten a lot done. May not look like it from here, but there's been a lot done, and I'll go over that in a minute. I wanted to make you guys aware of something that you may need to do when you're building like a massive base or a ship or anything that's going to require a lot of components. You may want to build yourself a couple of refineries or a couple of assemblers or both. I decided to build a couple of refineries, and I did it actually at the last stages of getting all of the thrusters built on here. And I was just running out of the platinum. I was always down on platinum. I mean, I would get like around 100 done, but then the cobalt wouldn't be that much, and I'd end up having to switch it out for the cobalt or the gold. So now I have a lot of other stuff coming in, and that really helps out a lot. That is really helping me out a lot. Another change that I made is on my little ship, instead of having 4 drills like I had here and here, I just added a second set down here. And I extended the legs down a little bit because these were constantly hitting on the ground. But this helps me get more ore a lot faster. And then I don't have to keep on going out getting, or spend as much time, I should say, getting ore all the time. Now, a bigger one of these would help, but then again, it's also going to be a bigger ship. That's going to be one of the problems. So, just so you are aware, sometimes you got to do this and put in bigger stuff. I had to adjust things a little bit, but I don't think it actually works out too bad. Alright, let's go over some of the changes real quick. And I'm actually really excited to show you a few things. As you know, we got all these doors done on both sides. All of this front end stuff is pretty much done. I did decide to make a small change in the front, and I decided to add a row of small thrusters all the way around. I just thought with these only 5 big thrusters, when I'm stopping, it's going to be hard to stop, so I thought the small ones would come in handy. I offset them back by 1 in each row. All of these have all the parts in them. I haven't welded them, I just added all the parts. All these guys should be done as well. All the parts should be in all of them. Also, I've added all of these here, but you saw me put in all of those thrusters there. And we also had the doors right here. Actually, they were right back here, right inside here. And I decided to move them around here because I was thinking about when I have that gigantic door that's going to be on the back to get this guy in and out. I will have it being blocked, or these doors being blocked by that gigantic door, so I moved them around to the side, and that was one of the few changes. All of this side has been had the blocks put in. That's really good. I'm happy about that. So I can't get in this side pretty much anywhere save these doors right here, and that is about the majority of the big changes that I made. I also got all of the bottom done. I welded up that back half because trying to get the ship in here is going to be impossible. All of the pieces are in. I don't have any of the pieces, of course, in here because that's going to take thousands of steel plates. But I do have a lot coming, and that's good. All right. As we go through here, you will notice that I have large thrusters back here. I have 2 large there. 2 large there, a large in the middle, and then 8 small thrusters there. And that's what I don't know if I'm going to add more. If I do, there's always room down here to put in a few more. I can't get down in there without necessarily coming around here. And once all of this is built up, then I'm going to have to basically go through these doors here. I may add another set of doors down here somewhere, like maybe down this area. I don't know. I have to decide yet what I'm going to do. But this area is not going to have much of anything down here, but a bunch of thrusters and all of that. So the floor is mostly finished, but not all the way. And I still have to figure out a way to... I don't want to fly everywhere. I don't want that to be the thing that I do. So what I'm going to do is a way to get up there so I can weld these and fix these whenever I need to. For right now, I'm going to fly, but when we get this built, I want to have gravity and everything in here. And this is, of course, a good place for a lot of storage if I need it, extra things if I need reactors or whatever. This is a nice big hold for that. And then the ship, of course, will go up there, our fighter. And let's go ahead and start getting some of these thrusters built. All of the parts should be added. Let's start right here and just begin getting them built. It's going to take a while to do all of these. There's a lot of thrusters on here, a whopping lot. And that is actually not necessarily a bad thing. Let's come over here. Let's fly up here and let's get these ones. Now, all the small ones on this side are pretty much done as far as I know. But you can see 960 thruster components, so basically 1,000 per large thruster. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops, sorry. 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, about 19,000 thruster parts, not including the 80 that are in each and every one of these. So you figure there's a 20 some odd thousand thruster parts. On the bottom, I didn't go over that exactly a lot yet. I drilled all this out. I've drilled it out as much as I'm going to because it will work. It will get me out of here, and that's what matters. I added 3 large thrusters there, 6 on each side, so I can go up pretty fast. I will probably add some ones to the back, as I said. Let me go back down there. And I didn't really finish my whole statement, I guess, with that. So down here, I figure if these are too high, I could add another set of large thrusters here, or just put in another row of small thrusters pretty much all the way across for about here, all the way across. That would be good. That would actually help out a lot to move this thing a little bit quicker, but we will see what happens when that time comes. I wanted to be able to slow down towards things coming to me first. So we got one set of large thrusters done. This thing is going to take a long time to get welded up. Let me work on these small thrusters. We'll do a few of these, and then I will do a few more when I cut away, and then I'll come back and we will talk about some of the other changes. I haven't got the doors on the back yet because I want to move this away from where it is, because with that rock out there, that is not going to work out so well. But I still have to figure out a way to get to this thruster and this thruster, so I'm thinking about maybe having a walkway about right here, because I should be able to reach both of these fairly easy, and then having a walkway come around here and maybe going up one to like here so I can get to both of those. But I'm gonna have to see about how all of that goes. Let's build these small ones here. So there's 8 on each side per large thrusters. So there's like, what, 16 going side to side just on one side, and then there'll be 16 more on the other side. And everything is already pretty much ready to go. It has taken a very long time and a lot of resources and a lot of flying back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth to get this done. I am ready to have, ready to have this be done so I don't have to worry about it. And also building around these large thrusters. This will seal up down here, or so I hope, because I would like to add an air vent. So what I'm going to have to do is take off this tube right here, and I'll go over the changes here in a minute, and basically have another conveyor here with the air vent coming out here, and possibly a tube running down here and heading back here, so I can basically have air in this whole thing, because it may not fill up with just that over there. And that's going to take a lot of ice just to fill up. Let me get some energy and everything, and I'll come back and we'll build some more of that. I'll see you in a quick minute. I'm not working on the back. I got all of, this side done, except for, you know, those inside there. But as far as the sideways going ones, I got those done. I also upgraded my welder a little bit since I had the blueprint for the second best welder. I went ahead and put that one on my bar, so I have that ready to go. It does weld a little bit faster, and that's good because the other one was fine, but this one does it just a little bit faster. I have put most of the blocks in by hand. I haven't been using the ship to weld as much because trying to get to some of these places was hard. Plus waiting between times to get stuff processed. I would just weld things and make a bunch of plates, like several thousand at a time, and then take those out and start welding. And you know, it's been a very long process. I'm excited to show you some of the new things in here. I'm very excited. It's going to be so much fun. Just getting there is kind of like the hard part. I really need to seal around these large thrusters because you can see there's a lot of air loose between here, but I don't want to have these sticking out farther than these, so I'm just going to build blocks all the way around them. As you can see, there's about a full block's worth right there, and I can't build up in here because these thrusters take up that full room, so I have to build down beneath them and around them and other stuff like that there. Let me get these back ones done, and when I start working on the bottom, I will come back and we will take a look at those. I haven't got to the bottom yet, but I did get all the back ones done. And I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I don't remember for sure. My main inspiration for building the big ship that's on my welcome page and this one is another game that I have played all the way through, and that is Subnautica. Looking at that ship and just, you know, the massive size of it and stuff, and I'm like, I want to build a big ship like that too. Couldn't quite build it the way they have it, but I built as close as I can with, of course, having this gigantic brick in there. That's my fighter, but that thing's pretty darn tough, I gotta say. And I also did route the air that's going into those other oxygen tanks. I got that routed correctly, and I think that's all good. There's some good things in here. I think you guys are going to enjoy this episode. I'm finally getting towards the end of it. I don't have a lot left, finally. It's taking a long time to get this done, but hopefully it will be done here soon. Alright, all the ones on this side are done. Just still need to put in all these wall pieces, get all these welded with the plates. And as you can see, I was talking about the other conveyor that was over here that I had to move for reasons, and I'll go over that after a little bit. So this is the one that feeds all the oxygen to keep things aired up, or oxygenated as I like to say. And this is the one that is going to take the oxygen out of here and other places and put it in those tanks up here that are up in that area that are going to be basically reserve oxygen, you might say. So another change, as I said, was these ones up here. So I need to get all these welded. I'm going to work on these side ones, and then I'll move around to the front. I'll probably do both of these sides, and then we'll go over to the front. And then we'll head down to the bottom and start getting those.
Energy critical.
Seeing how I now have all of the side ones done all the way around, I know I probably don't need that many ones going side to side, but I figured if I have to move real quick, maybe it will help a little bit. I'm not 100% sure, but trying to get these guys in here and get these placed right was kind of a pain. But I also have a way to get to almost all of these. I guess I don't have all of them. So I can't get to that one right there because of that block. I'm going to have to go inside and look at that. Give me a minute to get these done. I'll go inside. I'll show you what I've done in there because I'm going to have to make a small change already, I can see. But that's alright. That is what happens when you're building stuff and you realize you did things probably you weren't thinking about at the time. One of the things that took so long was putting in those 2,000 reactor components for those 6 reactors. I got 2 of them done in the last episode, but you figure there were 4 more reactors of like 8,000 components, and that took a while to build. Plus all of the other 1,000 pieces that go in those jump drives. We'll go over that in a minute. But man, this thing is... It's going to be a very, very, very heavy ship, and it's going to take a while to get this thing moving, but it should do pretty good. Well, half of this side's done. I'm going to continue working on all of these, and then we'll work on some more. Don't know why I wasn't thinking of it. I should have been using my welder, because this will help save a lot of my energy that I won't have to worry about. So now I should be able to weld up these guys a lot faster. Plus it's just going to be so much quicker. As you can see, this thing just takes about half the time that my hand welding does. Well, we can't see how full they're getting. That's one of the issues that I do have with it, but that's alright. We'll get these done, and then we'll move on to some more other important stuff. In quick fashion, all of these were done thanks to the ship welder, because I could weld 2 and 3 of these at a time. Now all of the front thrusters are done, so you can see what that looks like. That actually looks pretty nice. They're not really sticking out too terribly far in any real direction, and that helps kind of keep it a little bit of a sleek look to it. I could put them inside, but I really want this to be as realistic looking as possible, and since thrusters would really destroy blocks in all actuality, I just didn't want that to be the thing that this does. I have no thrusters going up and down that are in this front part at all. All of those are way back here, but I figure with 6 going up and down along with the large variety, and then looks like 24 going up and down the small variety, that should help get these the ship moving in a pretty good direction up and or down. So let's begin working on all of these. Over here on this side, it's going to be a little bit of a tight fit, but I think I can do it okay. It's just going to be a little tight to try to get up in here to get all of these guys welded. If I have to get out and do it by hand, I guess I do, but hopefully I'll be able to do okay. Let's just go and see how much of this we can actually do. All those thrusters are done, and I think that actually worked out pretty well. Let me go make sure nothing is too super duper damaged on here. I was having sparks fly when I was trying to back up and around and everything. Doesn't look like it's too bad. So all of these are done. So there's 6 going up, and then a whole bunch of small ones pressing up. Now we need to go to the top of this ship, and I'll show you what I've done up there. Up at the top up here, you remember I had those 5 large thrusters. I decided to go ahead and add a row of the small ones also, again, just to be sure that I would have enough thrust to be able to move in any direction that I needed to be able to do anything that I wanted to get things done. So if I do come across a sticky situation, maybe I can get out of there real quick like, and hopefully extricate myself from any real damage. I don't know how well this is going to work, but we will find out. I know it's going to take a lot of power to move this, but then again, as large as it is, it's just going to take a lot. Well, now you can see all the thrusters on the top and how they are. I'm hoping that's going to be enough. As I said, as big as this thing is, I'm not 100% convinced that it's going to do as good as I'm hoping, but, you know, I'm just going to hold out hope and hope for the best, I guess. That's a lot of hopes in a row. Let me get this guy parked in the bay, and then we'll go over the last little bit of stuff that we need to get welded up. Quit turning like that. And I'll talk to you in a minute. All of the thrusters are now done. Now let's go ahead and go over some of the finer details. These are the stairs going down, and again, this area has been sealed. What I have done is, as I said, I had all of this sealed up. I put this door right here so that it would suck all the air out through here. Go up that tube all the way out here and go up into there. And hopefully recycle the air really good, or at least capture the air tank until I'm ready to recycle it back in. And then this one goes down below, and we'll go over that in just a quick minute. So up here, I came up to here, and I enclosed all of this area. I think this looks really nice, and this is one that goes into here, all the way into there, and those are those air tanks that are separated from the rest of the system until I am ready to hook them up into the rest of the air tank system. This area up here really hasn't changed much. The only thing that I did was I added a flight seat, so now I have this up here. So I kind of forgot about this. I was going along, it's like, I need a way to fly this thing. So all of this is now in, and
no fuel.
Yeah, I know there's no fuel. It's okay. And now I can fly it like this. The one thing that I wanted was to be able to look around and really see what's going on. What I'm thinking about is also maybe building a couple of passenger seats or something back here in this area so I can really take in the view. Let me know what you think about this. I think this looks pretty amazing. I am quite proud of the work that I did and everything. It has been a chore, but it's been a good chore, you know what I mean? Now, I do have a few things at this refinery. As you can see, I have cobalt, iron, gold, platinum, and uranium. And I don't really have a lot of stuff in there, just a tiny little bit. So when I do power this up, it should be good to go. And then, once we come down here, we come out here. Since this is not going to be oxygenated, I guess it is. Then you come down here, come down to these stairs. I tried to get other stairs to go down. They just were not working right, and I could not get them to do it. I put in a air vent here that hooks up to the one up there that you saw that went out the outside of that other glass area. That's where this goes, and it hooks up so it sucks the air out. And then back here, I realized I didn't have an air vent back here. I'll probably have to put one in there. But I also have an air vent right here that I actually just put in like just a short time ago. So at least I do have this ready to go. So this will get me air in here. And again, of course, I have all my engines. All of these guys are ready to go. Let's go and get these guys welded up. I'm going to work on all of these reactors. Then I'll come back and we'll go over some of the other things that I was mentioning earlier. As I'm building this last reactor, getting it all welded up, you can see all the parts that are in there. Those reactor components were the worst part because I could only carry a few hundred at a time. And bring them in here, deposit them, come back out, go get some more. And I decided what I would do is I build some stairs here so I can get to all of these small thrusters. Come up to the top here. Wait a minute, what's going on here? I'm upside down. Let me get out of here. I'm about to probably fix that because I realize that there's a piece missing. There should be a grating up here. I'm about to get that back in. There should be a platform right there. That should be one of these right here. So I don't have any parts to put that in with yet, but I will, and then we'll be able to come up here. So my plan is to have a platform up here. I can reach all of these small thrusters from up there, and I can also get the small ones from down here, and that's going to be really good for like getting all those fixed if, you know, something were to happen. And I put in those other stairs here. And then here I have these and all the platforms here. These are those see-through grates. And I can get to these large thrusters and all of the small ones that are on the front. Because I wanted somebody to do this without, like I said, flying everywhere. and trying to get in all these pieces the right way. I kept on messing up the whole time, but I finally got a system worked out. And I think this is going to work out pretty good. Now, there was one set of thrusters that I was mentioning about, and I had mentioned, and it was this set coming up here that I had put blocks in front of, which is right here, and I don't know how I'm going to get to those small thrusters up here without taking out this block. So what I'm going to have to do is put in another one of these right up there and figure out a way. I don't know how I'm going to make that seal. I just really don't know. I think that's why I did that, but it's all open everywhere. If this doesn't seal, I guess I'm just going to have to take all of this out and figure out a way to make this work, because I really don't know how else I'm going to make this work. All of these are, of course, facing up, so if I were to try to put in any block like this, I can't there, but I can there because all these guys are facing up, as I said, so that's one of the issues. But I guess I'll just have to figure it out as I go. Hopefully it will seal up good, and we will be able to take our first flight. Maybe in the next episode, if not, then the one after that for sure. But I'm hoping the next one get everything built really good. So this is my walkway system, and I just thought this actually looked really good. I just hope it works as good as it looks. So this one has that piece in it, but the other one didn't. Okay, I need more constructions for up there. I didn't get that one built right. This is the only thing I didn't have the pieces for, and the other one over there. Let me go get some air. We'll build these jump drives, and then we'll go over the last little part that I'm the most excited to share with you. Let's get these jump drives built. Jump drives. 1,000 superconductors. That took a long time to get all of these in, plus the power cells. Everything else wasn't too bad. That wasn't the hard part. It was all the superconductors and power cells, which take up an enormous amount of room in my inventory, and that was pretty much the worst part. Before I go and show you the very last part, I've turned off all the jump drives and I've turned off all the other reactors. Let's go and take some uranium ingots and let's put into this reactor. Alright, now let's come into here. I have actually tested this out already, and ta-da! It seals. This area is completely sealed, so that means it's going to suck out the air from any time I come through one of these. Alright, this area is good. I don't know about out here because, again, I haven't added any of the tanks. I doubt out here, or the vents. I mean, out here, I don't know because this is still open, so I am not too sure about that. Let's come into here. We're just going to do this stairwell first. Let's come over here to this. Let's do this door. Come back down. Ta-da! This area is sealed. Now, I have the oxygen generators off, so that way none of the oxygen or the ice in there is going to be used. Let's come through here. This was the part that I was most excited to tell you about because this part is very exciting to me. I tried it, and every area that I can think of so far is sealed and ready to go. Now, the problem is what we have to do is get the rest of the areas ready to go, and that's going to be the back part where the big ship is and underneath where those thrusters are, and the area where the reactors are and all of that. Alright, let's close that, and let's close that. Let's close this, and let's close these. Ta-da! All of this is ready to go. All of these areas are sealed. They're as sealed as they are going to get for right now. I have a couple of more areas I want to go over before we end this episode. This is so exciting. I am very, very happy for this. And I had to test it before I did anything. So let's go to back here. Now with this, that top part being open, none of this back here is actually going to seal yet. And let's go up here. Let's go up to this door. Alright, now, ta-da! This area is sealed. Let's come down here. And, ta-da! This area is sealed. This is what I did not check. I didn't check these. Let's go see. I am not getting... Is there any oxygen in here? There's no oxygen in here. This is the problem in here. So I'm going to have to figure out, put an oxygen tank in. Let's go to J. Yeah, I'm not going to do so well in here. Because as far as I know, since it does not say freeze and none, what about out here? Probably because I don't have any air in here. But it is sealed, and I'm going to have to check out these in here once I get the airflow going and see. I'm not exactly too sure. Alright, these areas are done. Let's just, and the top and bottom is done. I want to go and open these guys up because we know all of that's sealed. And it is sealed all the way up to here too, and that's good. That's the part that I really like the most. Actually, I could probably just go and shut that door down there to both. Go and shut those two doors, and let's go back up and let's go see about the top part here. So once you get up to here, we got to shut these doors. And where's that air vent? Ta-da! Sealed. Even with this door open. Ta-da! Sealed. All of this is all sealed, and that makes me so happy that I have all of my ships sealed of the areas that I know of that I can seal. So for right now, we have that much done. A lot of the other areas are coming to get done. They will be done soon. I just have to get the rest of those floors welded up and all of that. And yeah, this is so exciting. I am so happy that these areas are done. I don't know if I guess I did open these up, did I? Yes, I did. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna have to see about down here in these walled in areas if that's gonna be good once I get the airflow going. Again, opening the doors. Once I have this door shut and I open up this door, it's gonna pull the air that escapes out of here. And then once I shut this, it will pull out into those tanks out there. So these areas out here need to be sealed up, and the deck below needs to be sealed up. Once these are done, I'm hoping it will seal. But again, where those thrusters are, I am just going to have to go and take a look and see if it is. I am going to take those guys back out. So that way I'm not just having a bunch of the energy used. So again, around these, if they're not sealed, I will have to figure out a way to have walkways around here. And if I just don't know how I'm going to do it. I just don't know. I'm hoping that it will seal around there. If I could put blocks even up on those areas and those corners, that's fine by me. It's just around these littler ones, like up in there, where you can see some gaps in there. If they don't seal, I don't know what I'm going to do, because trying to seal up all those is going to be a real fat pain. But the ship is sealed so far as I can tell. All of the areas that I wanted to have sealed are sealed. I built this after the last episode. I'm very proud of this part. I could not figure out how to make it work. I was removing these and putting it back moving them around, and I finally got this area figured out, and that works out really good. And again, this area back here is just going to have to be open where all of this is, but that's fine. That's just to get to the thrusters to keep them repaired. As far as those little thrusters go, I don't have a way to get to them yet. That's something that I still have to work out, so I may end up having to put something out there to walk along up here, but we'll get there when we get there. Alright, everybody. I am the Fudge 3004. This is Space Engineers. Our ship is mostly done. Get the floor up, the ceiling up there, the floor there, the floor there. Get the sides put in. Get the back put in, do a little test on the front area and the back area to see if it seals, and hopefully it will be sealing pretty good, and we can move on from there and go on our first voyage. Thank you for joining me here. I hope you guys like what I'm doing with the ship. Please let me know what you think about it in the comments. I'm very interested to know. Been working my tail off trying to get this done for you and me, of course. And so you guys have a great day. We will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.